What's up, everybody? I know it's been a probably like a week, I think, since I did a soap opera rundown, but this is my soap opera rundown for YNR. For today's episode. Okay, now this Christine Phyllis shit is like really irking my nerves right about now. Christine, why is she even in the fucking interrogation room? I'm like, you're the victim. The victim ain't supposed to be in the interrogation room, sweetheart. Sorry, but you're not supposed to be in the interrogation room. That's not proper protocol, and she should not be in the interrogation room. Like, what the fuck is wrong with Michael Baldwin? You're Michael and Ronan should not even be on this case. And why is Michael taking orders from Christine? She's not. She's the ugh. Like, this is so not proper protocol. Like, why is she on this case? Why is she investigating this case? She ain't no cop. Michael, you're the DA. Grow some balls. Take back your case. This is not Christine's case. This is your case. Um, Phyllis is so smug right now. It don't make no sense. At this point, I don't care if Phyllis goes to prison or not. Like I said, she's gonna pay regardless. Whether she goes in the whether she goes to prison or not, she's gonna pay. And I'm gonna say this. Billy, as far as Billy firing her from Restless Style, I agree with it. Because you know what? Victoria told Nicholas. Billy isn't doing anything that Phyllis hasn't done to anybody in the past. How many times has Phyllis put out bad negative stories about the Newmans? She's the disloyal one when it comes down to family, when it comes down to the Newmans. How many articles have she put out about Victor or Nikki and the whole Diane situation? When Sharon was in prison for something that she didn't do, she plastered her ass all over Restless Style. So Nick need to shut his dumb ass up. Nick is no, I don't even think he's cut out to be a Newman. He has no backbone, and then he gonna go to Victor talking about why did you make decisions about Newman Cosmetics without me. I'm like, cause you've been dealing with Phyllis and her bullshit. Business don't stop just because your wife is in some legal trouble that she put on herself. And now they all found out that Phyllis paid Dr. Reed off. I'm like, Nick, you're the only jackass that's gullible and eating this shit up. Why is everybody acting like Christine is the bad person in this case? She's the victim. She deserves justice. What if Phyllis 20 years ago ran Nicholas over? Nicholas wouldn't want revenge. Victor and them wouldn't want revenge. You damn skippy they would. What the fuck is wrong with the people in Genoa City? Get a clue. Ronan and Michael are making me sick by coddling her and trying to protect Phyllis. Are y'all kidding me? Either do your fucking job by the book or step down. Point blank. Do your job or step the fuck down and let somebody else do your job. And Christine, I understand she's upset, but bitch, you need to sit down and back off because if you don't, you're gonna get this case thrown out. She just keep on running her mouth. I'm like, Christine, shut up. You're gonna get the case thrown out if you keep interfering in this. You're not a prosecutor on this case. Sit down. Avery could easily go to a judge and get this damn thing thrown out the more she keep running her mouth. Shut up. God damn, what the fuck is wrong with this chick? Are you trying to get the case thrown out? Even though I'm sure Phyllis is gonna beat it, but damn. Somebody, I agree with Heather. People keep saying Heather is annoying in this episode or whatever like that. But first of all, I agree that Christine needs to be fired as Paul's attorney because all she's worrying about right now is Phyllis and her case. She's not even, I mean, come on. Paul is sitting in jail for something he didn't do. And can somebody please find that knife? I'm guessing a homeless person probably took it more than likely, I'm guessing. But somebody got that knife. Why isn't Christine so focused on Paul getting him out? That's why I think Heather needs to take over Paul's case. Anyway, I can't wait for Nikki and Jack to get married because you know what? They deserve some happiness. Victor is only with Sharon to appease, just to appease himself. because of the simple fact he don't really want Sharon. Like I said, Sharon ain't nothing to him but some booty call. That's all Sharon is. She's eye candy. That's all she is for him. Sharon don't do nothing for Victor. Not on an emotional level, not on a chemistry level, just on a sexual level. Sharon doesn't do anything for Victor either. I'm like, if Victor doesn't do anything for Sharon, I'm like, all Victor could do for Sharon is pay her bills, money, money, money. That's all he could do for her. Buy her some furs and some diamonds. Hook up a romantic dinner. That's all he could do. Um, Adam and Chelsea, I love their relationship, and I'm glad Chelsea stood her ground and bucked up at Sharon and told her to back the fuck off. Because you know what, Sharon do need to back off. How Sharon gonna talk about insecure much? I'm like, Sharon, when it comes down to Victor and Nikki, you're all but insecure. You're just all insecure. Like, come on. You riding horses and shit trying to impress Victor because you're insecure. So shut up. And then you running around stealing and shit like a dummy. I'm like, bitch, please go sit down. Anyway, yeah, but Sharon get on my fucking nerves. She need to go sit down somewhere. Like, she looks so delusional. I'm like, Sharon, please, for the love of God, go sit down. Um, and I heard, and a couple people said, oh, why is Adam spoiling Chelsea so much like that? I'm like, Chelsea ain't no gold digger, first of all. She didn't marry Adam, obviously, for the money. And she never asked Adam to buy her a mansion or to give her, pay for her a masseuse to get a sweetest massage and all that. She never asked him for none of that. He spoils her because actually he's doing what a husband is supposed to do with his wife. He's spoiling her rotten. What's wrong with that? They're newlyweds. They're in their newlywed phase. They're not joined at the hip or nothing like that, but they love spending time together. They're newlyweds. What do you expect? Like, why do people act so dumb? She deserved to be spoiled. I'm like, she didn't grow up with a silver spoon in her mouth like the Abbotts and the Newmans. I mean, look at Victoria and Nicholas and them. They grew up in the money. Adam worked for his money. Nicholas and Victoria, Abby, they all grew up in the fucking money. They never really had to work for their money. They got trust funds. Chelsea was never a trust fund baby. Dumbasses. Ain't nothing wrong with no husband spoiling his wife. Nothing wrong with that. Um, it was just a lot going on. I just like Phyllis. I've always been a fan of Phyllis, but you know what? At this point, I don't care about this case. I don't really care about this case no more. Good luck for Phyllis, or whatever. If you can get off, then bitch, get off. Kudos to your ass. I don't give a fuck no more. Because they dragging this case the fuck along, and I'm like, why? When is the trial gonna take place? Hurry up with this case. Anyway, I can't wait for Monday's episode. Anyway, I'm out. See y'all later.